It was just another glittering night on Broadway until Darren Criss walked in and the temperature in the room mysteriously spiked. The Glee, alum, and Broadway darling made a surprise appearance at the annual Broadway Cares/Equity Fights AIDS Gala, suited up in an immaculately tailored velvet jacket and that signature tousled hair. But as he stepped into the crowd of theater royalty, he had no idea he was about to become the focal point of a legendary diva's attention. Enter Bernadette Peters, Tony-winning icon, canine advocate, and the undisputed queen of stage hair volume. Sitting front row in a sparkling gown that could outshine Times Square, Peters was mid-conversation with Patti LuPone when she caught sight of Criss across the room. "It was like a scene from Hello, Dolly," said one attendee who requested anonymity. Her eyes locked on him, she paused mid-sentence, and then, full licking of the lips, "I'm talking cartoon wolf level." It was iconic. Criss, ever the charmer, played it cool. Or so he thought. "I was just making my way to the bar when I felt this heat," Criss later joked during an interview. "I turned around and there's Bernadette Peters giving me this look like I'm a slice of cheesecake in Act IU." Asked whether the lip lick was intentional or just, say, post-cocktail glossary application, Peters was coy. "I don't know what you're talking about," she said with a smile. "But Darren is very talented. And very expressive." Criss wasn't offended. In fact, he seemed flattered. "Look, if Bernadette Peters checks you out, you take it. That's like Broadway sainthood," he said. "She could have handed me a playbill and told me to dance, and I would have." The two later posed for photos, Criss with a slight blush, Peters with a knowing smile. Fans on social media went wild. Bernadette Peters lists the key to her lips at Darren Criss. "This is not a drill." One user wrote in all caps, paired with a shaky zoom-in screenshot of the alleged moment. Another posted a meme. Bernadette as the hungry eyes scene from Dirty Dancing, with Criss edited in as Johnny Castle. The theater world, being the joyful rumor mill that it is, ran with it. One producer joked, "We're working on a two-person cabaret now. Working title, Look at Me, Criss." While no official project has been announced, Criss did say he'd happily share a stage or a stare with Peters anytime. "I mean, she's Bernadette. If she looks at you, even for a second, you know you're doing something right." As for Peters, she maintained her poise. "Darren is a lovely young man," she said, sipping her drink. "And velvet suits him quite well." And so, in a room filled with belters, balance, and Broadway bravado, it was a single sultry glance that stole the spotlight and reminded us all that theater legends never miss a cue, even when it's just to admire the view.